Hi, I'm so excited that you're here and that you're interested in taking Yoga Nidra teacher training. I can't say enough about this meditation technique and the way in which it has changed my life for the better. I used to suffer from panic attacks and insomnia and all sorts of things from having an out of whack nervous system, and it's been completely transformative for me. I could tell you all sorts of things about this 8-week online Yoga Nidra training, but I would prefer to let some of my past students tell you about it instead.
My favorite thing about the training, I think, was the surprise element. Every time I opened up that week of lessons, I was like blown away by the depth and the variety of content. So it was like, oh, what do I get to pick through here? And I really would take I'd have my favorites. I did go through chronologically mostly, but it was really great to have that breadth and that kind of bite-size ability to go dive into it, to have all those entry points to get into the subject matter.
It ended up being so much more than I expected. I came into this class not knowing a ton about Yoga Nidra, but I'm a meditation teacher and Qigong and a coach and do a whole bunch of other modalities. And this just went above and beyond. So it's going to really help the rest of my teaching.
My favorite part of the training was having to dig within myself. So it's not just about learning lessons. What really landed and resonated with me was how much inner work I had to do to get through the lessons. So I think that was my favorite part, is the inner journey that I went through.
I really loved working with all the karma sheets. I dove deeper into my own sankalpa and my own Yoga Nidra practice. But I think mostly what I took out of this course, what I wasn't expecting to take out of the course, was all the technology support that I had. Moving into this year, having to move from live classes onto Zoom, I had no clue what I was doing. Like most teachers, yoga teachers, we just dove into Zoom, and I had no idea how to edit YouTube videos. I just found out during our Yoga Nidra course, learning about microphones and technology, that this entire year I had been using my microphone wrong. So as we dove into the technology part, I started to realize what I needed to improve on. And Ali had lots of videos, lots of opportunity to play around, and we learned so much about different platforms, social medias, editing, how to edit a video and put sound in the background after. I never ever would have even thought about going that deep into technology until it was presented in front of me. So now I have invested in a good microphone, and I know how to edit and how to upload and how to put music in the background of my Yoga Nidras. And it's also helped me with my everyday yoga classes on Zoom. So for that, I was not expecting to learn all that during a Yoga Nidra course.
The mix of virtual live sessions and online modules that you could work at your own pace, because I felt like we were able to really build the community on the live sessions and check in and ask questions. And then at our own pace, we could really dive in deep to all the material. So I loved that there was a mix of both.
Being able to dive into the Nidras more consistently so that I could actually feel the magic unfolding as I was learning more about it, and learning on how it all works. The behind the scenes, the technical information, the research that had been done was just phenomenal.
There was a lot of encouragement to just really offer ourselves the medicine of Yoga Nidra and to be looking inward throughout the journey, and so that we could offer our teachings from a place of experience and authenticity. I feel like it was an opportunity for this training to become a period of transformation.
The timing of the training was interesting for me in that it was the perfect time and the worst time. So I was going through some really intense stuff and signed up for this so excited. And it really helped give me the coping strategies to get through what I had to personally. So this training is, again, so much more than just watching online videos and thinking through different ideas for a yoga nidra script. We're in a global pandemic. People have crises that come up, and it's teaching you how to navigate those things that come up in your personal life so much more effectively. And I really wasn't expecting that. And I knew, I was like hoping when I signed up, I'm hoping this is going to be like better than therapy. And I really need some support and help to get through what I'm going through, which just continued throughout the entire training. It was like one crisis after another. And I'm so grateful to have had this training to lean on to give me the inner resources to better support myself.
The way I feel like I learned and grew mostly throughout the training was, of course, having the benefit of all this great information. But somewhere along the line, I became very comfortable with my own voice and my ability to facilitate and to guide a nidra, which I don't think that I was that comfortable with my own voice before. So I think that's the biggest takeaway for me.
I was kind of blown away by how much I was like right off the hop able to integrate the things that I was learning, the teachings that I was learning about the practice of yoga and yoga nidra specifically in my teaching of classes regularly. And I teach like a bunch of different classes, but it's all so just applicable, and it's nice to be able to sort of weave in these little nuggets of wisdom for my students. So I feel like there was a lot of course, so much personal growth, but the thing that stands out to me just right off the hop is the professional growth that I was able to experience as well.
I have to say, it was so great, all the very specific tech hints you gave to make it empowering for all of us to get up and running in that environment so quickly. So to be able to share using the technology. So that was super empowering. So thank you.
I think for me, it was mostly about finding my voice. At the beginning, it was really difficult to hear my voice, and to, my inner critic came through loud and clear, and a lot of doubts came up. So that's where I think the third week, when we worked with the thought downloads and kind of looked at what are the false beliefs here, that really helped. So I think for me, it was mostly like working through self-doubt, because I feel like, you can learn all of this information and you can intake all of this stuff, but how do you share it and how do you give it back? And so that was kind of the main thing.
So we worked on this special space that we can go to find deep relaxation. Over the 8 weeks, I really, really worked on this, and I really cultivated it. And I can somewhat, 90% of the time now, I can go to my inner resource and feel that sensation without closing my eyes and going through an inner resource yoga nidra. So being able to connect and dive into that space of pure bliss and awareness, I'm really, really cultivating that. And that is the coolest thing ever, because if I am fired up, I can go to my inner resource, I can go to my special place, and I can calm and know my true essence. Those emotions and things are just energy and motion. I can come back to myself. And that was so, so vital and key.
There are so many ways that this training is supporting my life, even aside from my yoga teaching. So my ability to support myself in falling asleep, the encouragement and reminder to come back home to the practice of yoga nidra if I'm having difficulty sleeping myself. My little girl, when she has difficulty falling asleep, then I'll guide her through her own little body scan and sort of yoga nidra experience. And then just the personal growth, and it kind of re-enchanted me with the practice of yoga nidra. I feel like the practice of yoga nidra has changed so much for me when I'm laying down to experience yoga nidra. it's changed so much from the start of this 8-week journey to what it is now. And it's so much more profound. And I feel like it's just, yes, re-enchanted me with the experience of Yoga Nidra, which is like already so magical.
How what I've learned and experienced has really just inspired me to want to teach even more. It's kind of like when I did my yoga teacher training with you guys back in 2015, and I wasn't really sure that I wanted to become a teacher. I was doing it more so for my own practice, but then once I experienced it, I just wanted to share it with everybody else. So it's kind of the same thing with this practice, is that I know from experience how it's changed my life. And both of my workshops are almost sold out, which is really exciting. I was like, nobody's gonna know what it is. Like
I've had people say this is the best sleep of my life. I haven't slept like this, or I haven't felt rested like this in years. Like moms, I'm even getting moms that are like 50 plus who are coming because their daughters are in my class. So they're joining too, and they say, one was saying, she said, this is a historic moment, Steph. I literally have never rested like this since before I had kids. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear that.
One lady had a lot of pain, and she said actually after that, it was only like a 7-minute mini like intro. She said after that 7 minutes, like my pain is gone. Like she had this like chronic pain in her leg, but so just knowing that it can provide some relief of pain, and just people whose mind were having difficulty settling and having racing thoughts, they said, wow, I actually had a moment of reprieve, where my mind wasn't going like really fast.
And support personally fellow moms and fellow mamas who are maybe struggling with finding time for themselves or finding time to connect with them, because as a mom, we give all the time to our kids, to everybody else. Helping share that through this practice, you are enough, just you as you are. So connecting through the Yoga Nidra practice and giving myself that growth and space. And that I couldn't have felt that without this course.
So I really appreciated that this was something that you could do at your own pace, and then you can really focus and really connect for the live calls. So they're just 2 hours, and it's magical connection, and then you can kind of feel free, especially the nature of the subject matter. You're wanting to kind of dive deep and really find a quiet spot to integrate. You can't really do that in a continuously live environment, I don't think, very well.
To someone considering taking this training, I would say do it. You will not regret it. It is amazing. And not only do you get an amazing personal journey and deepen your own practice, but you learn so much and feel really ready to help guide others. So do it.
Don't consider it anymore and just do it. It was, again, another life-altering experience that I've had with Ali. I've taken a few trainings with Ali, and I knew before going into this that Ali dives deep. We don't just learn the basics of anything. Ali likes to teach us everything from beginning to end, with everything in the middle. So if you're thinking about taking the course, if you're on the fence, just jump over that fence and take the course.
I would say do it. The fact that you're considering it shows that you are interested enough in understanding what Yoga Nidra is. And maybe you don't fully know the nuances of how it impacts people psychologically, spiritually, emotionally. Like maybe you don't know those nuances yet, but you're intrigued. And I think because you're intrigued, it is something that's calling to you. And the best way to know why is to jump right in. Doing this training with Ali specifically is something that I can't recommend enough. The container that she creates, you will feel so safe and supported. It's making me cry, to really carry all of us through. this is as much an inward journey as an outward journey, and you need to feel safe and supported to go there. And the security and safety that Ali provides to each and every one of her students is just beyond words. I literally can't say enough about this. And so to anyone thinking about doing yoga nidra training, I like scream yay you, and you should totally sign up for it, and 100% you should do it with Ali, because the whole time she will have your back.
It will likely totally exceed your expectations, like it did mine, in the amount and breadth of data, the amazing support, and I would just say community feeling of the Sangha as a group going through the material, and the supportive environment from all of your colleagues as you learn this information. All of it was a really great experience, and I highly recommend it.
Someone told me no matter what an investment is, no matter how much a course costs, if you feel in your body that you need it, that it is going to benefit you and potentially others, do it and you will figure out how to pay it back or how to get that money back. But I knew in my soul, just like my yoga teacher training with you and Tina, just like that, there was something in my soul that says it doesn't matter how much this is costing. This is going to benefit your entire life, your soul.
If you have even the slightest interest, if you work with people doing any of these modalities that help people relieve stress, to help them feel better, to help them heal, go for it. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I would say do it. I'd say you should. You should definitely sign up.
Absolutely do it. My heart is full.
Okay, so there you have it. There's some more information about the online Yoga Nidra training. The way to apply is to book an interview with me. So I like to talk to everyone prior to allowing people to sign up for the training, just to make sure that you're a good fit, and know that it's not just for yoga teachers. I've had psychotherapists and social workers and doulas and parents to children who have high amounts of anxiety come through the training, as well as nurses, all sorts of different people from different walks of life who want to learn how to guide this powerful practice to help pay it forward to others. So if you're interested, please take a moment to book a call with me so that we can talk a little bit more with each other and see if you're a good fit for the next online training. I look forward to speaking with you.